All right, man. So today we're going to be reading the reviews from the App Store for Streetball All-Star. And I'm just interested to see what everybody's saying as of right now, because I have been reading them over the years, but it has been months and months and months since I checked. And I see some funny stuff in here and also some true things. And a few misconceptions are also thrown inside these review sections, because some people are saying the game's pay to win. That's obviously not the case unless you factor in the purple gear. The purple gear is the only thing that might be pay to win inside this game. But outside of that, nothing inside this game is pay to win. So let's go ahead and read the first review. So it says, fix your game and nerf the no-skill players. I agree with that, man. Nerf Conan, nerf toss-up dunk, increase the block window for that joint or something, Raccoon Digi. So he says, fix your game. It's exploitation in the game that needs to be fixed. You guys nerf all the wrong stuff, which is definitely true, because they just nerfed Uncle Kevin for some weird reason. And he said the shooting system is trash. Now that I actually disagree with. The shooting system is actually pretty good. So just because you land inside the green, I'm pretty sure that it's not really too bad that you don't consistently just sink those. Well, it's okay that you consistently sink them, but you should not be making every single one, because the green meter, it can grow in size the more you put into those stats, and the easier it is to get inside that green, it'll just be that much more broken to actually score every single shot that lands inside of it. So yeah, shooting system is just fine in my opinion. Everybody has their own shooting speeds and whatnot. So it says can't get a contest despite being right in front of them, which makes them make every shot. So then he said, then you have people missing wide open green shots. If you're going to make it like that, take the meter out. It's pretty pointless at this point. And he said defense needs to get buffed. All around, it's a pretty decent game. So yeah, I agree with that last piece as well, because if someone shoots the ball and I jump up and the ball goes through my hand, yes, I definitely have an issue with something like that. And it happens a whole lot more than you think it would. So this guy said no Facebook login option. That got removed. Oh well, man. Nothing you can do about it besides transfer your account. So this guy right here says poor customer service and help. He says good game, but when you have an issue, good luck. Either no response or no help. Make sure you take a screenshot of everything you do in case you need help. No screenshot equals no proof to them. And he said why? I have no idea. And that's also true. Raccoon Digi's customer service is not that good. They have bots responding to people quite frequently. Very difficult to get in contact with an actual person. So this person says inconsistent trash. My character is an SS with over 103. Even if I hit right in the middle of the green, wide open, I still miss 50% of the time. That might be a stat issue, man. You being SS doesn't mean anything. If you only got like 110, 123 point, you're still going to be missing those. If you only have like 110, 120 mid shot, you will not be sinking more than 50% of your mid-range shots, especially if you're contested. So, and then it says the defense is even worse. It locks on to random players. And even if you jump right in their face, if you're locked on to someone else, it doesn't count it and they'll make it. Then he said the game is poorly made. So I don't really understand what he means by this last part. So let's read that a second time. He said, defense is even worse. It locks on to random players. And even if you jump right in their face, if you're locked on to someone else. Oh, okay. I know what he's saying. He's saying like if he's guarding his defender and this person's locked onto him, like you know how sometimes you hold your defend button and they just make you lock onto your defender. I think he's saying he's having an issue with the character that he's using is jumping toward his defender who does not have the ball instead of the person who does have it. I've never experienced that issue, so I have no idea what he's talking about. All right, so all the long ones are mostly bad. There's a 5-star right there. So he said, I used to log into the game using Facebook, but I had to start over. I had 20 characters fully equipped. Is there any way that I can get my characters back? Sorry, T-Lo, man. You don't have receipt proof. No way you can get your characters back. So he did a 5-star review just to make sure that they seen it. They probably don't even look at the negative ones. So this guy says really fun, but he only gave it 3 stars. He said, I love the game so much, but the 3 things I don't like about it, there is only one song, yes, and that one song sucks. Also, I would love if you guys had a jukebox. And one more thing, if you use Zachary, you can dunk on a center. Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. And the level 4 smart dunk just makes it even more consistent. You gotta have like a Daisuke or Vanessa or Big Mike in there if you actually want to stop him consistently. So this guy right here says, won't let me play a match. He says, so many people right now can't play a match. It's trash. Also, my Facebook account was deleted, so this is bad. Yes, everybody that lost their Facebook accounts, I feel really bad from y'all, man. So this guy right here says stealing. He said it's a great game, but they've stolen over $300 from me in charges 2 times and won't reply in contact support. They ask you for proof, which you cannot find with the way they charge your Apple account. Yes, definitely true. They've never stolen that much money from me or any for that matter, but very difficult to get in contact with them, and you must have proof that is good enough for them. All right, so let's keep on scrolling down, see what we run into. This guy says, I need my account back. I had an account on this game, and it was a really good account, and I spent little money, but the app wasn't working, so I re-downloaded it to see if it let me in. And he said, bro, learn how to type, man. And had a new and a starter account, and I need my account back or give me my money back. So I think he had his account linked to a guest account, then he deleted the game. Then when he downloaded it back, his guest account was gone. So that was your fault, man. They give you a warning. They say if you don't link your account, then you might lose your account if you get rid of the game. So it is your fault. Don't blame Raccoon Digi because you lost your account. Now, I'm not too fond of Raccoon Digi myself, but I am pretty fond of the truth. And the truth is, this is absolutely 100% your fault because they give everyone a warning. Every time you sign into that account that is a guest account, every single time that you get to the home screen, they give you a warning. Link your account or you'll lose it forever if you delete the game. You decided to ignore it. It is your fault, man. So this guy says needs controller support. They do have controller support. He said, this guy right here says, do not uninstall. He gave 5 stars. He said, I'm so upset because the game is a great game. Don't get it wrong, but I was having troubles with it loading. So I uninstalled it and reinstalled it. But when I tried to log in with my Apple account that I've been playing on for 2 years, it didn't save my account and I had to restart from level 1. Dang, bro, that's crazy. And he says, my account was level 80 and all my characters were SS, Max, or S rank. Not to mention the money I spent trying to upgrade my characters for a better play experience. It wasn't expensive, but it's the principle. But overall, an amazing game. Nothing else bad I can say about it. Just wish they change it to where if you uninstall the game and reinstall it, you should be able to recover your original account and not start all the way back over. So yeah, that's kind of a good point. But once again, they give y'all a warning, man. But he said it was linked to his Apple account, so I don't really understand what happened with him. All right, this guy right here says, sad. Game is decent, but I can't even play ladder no more to climb up. I hit diamond rank. All of a sudden, I get a pop-up notification written in Japanese when attempting to start a game. So I'm assuming that's because he doesn't have enough characters. All right, this guy says, why is this game always broken? So I woke up this morning and wonder why I kept getting black screened. Every time I open the game, then I realize it's Streetball All-Star games full of bugs. I don't understand why this game always has something wrong with it. Yes, there's always something wrong inside this game, bro. Very rare that you can actually play this without running into some type of bug. So this guy lost his Facebook account. This guy lost his Facebook account. And he said, I like the gameplay, character designs, and real PvP matchmaking, but here are my main problems. He gave it 3 stars. Characters are expensive to buy and level up. I disagree with that point. For this reason, I think the game could benefit from a free character rotation or a character rental system. Now, there was a character rental system, but they decided to remove it. But any characters that you did rent before they removed it, you can still rent them. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. All right, so it says, as it is now, if you're playing for free, you have better hope you pick a fairly meta character to one trick, and you better hope that they don't get nerfed after you grind for them. People don't really get nerfed inside this game, bro. The weak characters just get buffed up to as strong as the overpowered ones. So he says, otherwise, you might be stuck for a while picking a character who just isn't good in the current meta. Shooting guards and centers are safe picks in general, and so are power forwards to a similar extent. But point guards and small forwards aren't as safe due to them being more team reliant, in my opinion. Yes, bro. Certainly 100% true. Point guards cannot perform well without their team. You could argue Takumi, but if your center or your other teammate, they don't give you enough space to actually force the help defense while getting them wide open at the same time. Point guards, very difficult for us to actually play this game without having to rely on our team. And it's the same thing for small forwards. None of them can actually dribble. They all have small dribble move bags. They all have low dribble stats. And only a select few of them actually have decent speed stats. So point guards and small forwards definitely rely on their teams a whole lot more than the other 3 positions. All right, and it says some players perform better only because their character has stats that are boosted higher than yours, either by being more leveled or better geared. To my knowledge, there's no way to play the game in a mode where the game equalizes all the players. You know what? That's actually an interesting concept. They could have, you know, how we used to have the the 3-on-3 mode for solo, where one person could control 3 characters and they face someone else controlling 3 characters. So they could replace that mode with a mode where there is no gear allowed, and whatever tier you got your character to. So if you got your character perfect SS rating, then once you go inside of there, your character will still be perfect SS, but you won't be able to have the stats from your gear. The appearance will still be there, but the stats could go away, and that way everything is balanced. It's not someone's not gonna constantly snatch rebounds over you or just dunk on you over and over again because they have purple rebound gear or purple power gear. So yeah, man, that's actually not a bad idea. I kind of agree with that. So where were we? So he says, if there is, I will rescind this point since I am still fairly new to the game. A lot of the gear just looks tacky, but you have to wear it. Otherwise, you don't benefit from the stat boost that they give. So you can actually make your gear invisible. I don't know if anyone actually knew that. So while you're inside the gear equip menu, all you got to do is click on the eyeball under the icons of your gear on the right side, and then just click the gear you want to make invisible, and you won't have to look at the ugly pieces. So he said, like I said, I like the character designs as they are, and I want to enjoy them in game without ruining them with tacky gear. Additionally, skins grant stat boost too, which is so dumb. Why can't skins be cosmetic only? Yes, I agree with that point as well. People should not be able to buy a limited skin that gives them extra stats, and then I'm using these regular rare skins and I'm only getting a few stats. So yeah, I agree with that point as well. He said, I can understand boosting your character with the assist feature so that you can tweak their stats, but why not give players the option to tweak gear visibility on and off? That is a feature, man. That's certainly a feature. I do it all the time. And he said, why not let them benefit from one skin boost while wearing a different skin? That's because you got to wear the skin that they want you to wear. Deal with it, man. It's not that big of a deal. And he says, I get that the devs want people to buy all these different boosters, but why does my character have to look so cringe as a result? Just make the gear invisible, man. He said, even full sets of gear don't look that good to me. And he says, the game is bugged. I encountered a glitch where after getting the ball, I couldn't pass or shoot. No matter how much I pressed the buttons, it lost me a ladder game and my team blamed me for it. This is absolutely unacceptable. And assuming that the game isn't abandoned by the devs yet, I think the game might need a few more ways in which characters can differentiate from each other. For example, add more signature dunks, shots, jukes, passes, etc. Yes, bro, the shooting animations on this game, they all mostly look the same. Like you compare a power forward shooting animation to a small forward shooting animation, of course they're different, but you can see a visible difference between Emma's shooting animation and the ones that a bunch of the other centers have in common, because she does this weird thing with her elbows before she fires the shot off. So yeah, definitely agree with that one as well. It would look really nice to have more unique animations inside this game. All right, so where were we? And he says, or maybe add a new trait system where some characters perform better or worse depending on their teammates or opponents. Maybe some perform better or worse depending on the success rate of the character or the game itself. For example, maybe some characters play better on a diverse team but play worse with teammates who play the same position. Maybe some characters perform better when they're ahead in points and perform worse when behind in points, and vice versa. From what I can tell, it seems like characters might run out of ways to really be different in meaningful ways. And yes, I agree with that point as well. We're going to wrap up with this review because he said a mouthful. He said a lot of stuff that I actually agree with. The mode where you don't have the stats from your gear, very interesting concept because it forces an even playing ground. You cannot come in there with that purple gear against somebody with blue gear and just dominate them with stats, because your gear stats will not matter. So Raccoon Digi, if you haven't seen any of these reviews, you should definitely look at this one. I have no idea what he's talking about when it comes down to gear visibility because I make my gear invisible all the time. And yeah, I also agree with the fact that he said we need some more signature dunks, shots, and jukes and passes, because in terms of dribble moves, we only have a few and then they just recycle those onto other characters. So all right, man, we can go ahead and wrap this video up. Y'all want to see more of this? Go ahead and drop a like, sub to the channel, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man.